Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk to you about this problem we have as comic book fans. Now, honestly, I believe comic book fans have sort of become a bit of entitled, whiny brats. I think the comic book fans have sort of become entitled, whiny, just spoiled, really. Because, and like I came to this conclusion the other day when I was watching a streaming service, I watch Dinner Nerds all the time. Dinner Nerds is a great channel. I like Josh on there. I enjoy that channel. I'm a subscriber to that channel. He's a fun guy to follow. But like, I noticed something when I was watching that, and I watched a couple other people's videos, that there is this notion, and like, there's another video too. There's another guy I was following, and like, just as an example, when Avengers In Game is going to come out, there are many theories because they were so vague in the marketing. You know, we thought there was people who knew there was going to be time travel, but we didn't know how, what, where. And like, some comic book fans would just throw out the most outlandish shit possible, like that is like insane in the membrane, like, oh, and then Wolverine and the X-Men are gonna come in, and then this is gonna happen, and then Odin's gonna come back from the dead, and it's like, whoa. And then Marvel doesn't do that, the MCU in particular doesn't do that, and then you guys are mad. It's like, wait, what? Did you really think they were gonna do that? For instance, Dinner Nerds, for a while now, has been talking about how, like, ooh, Marvel should push this. They should bring in the Fox X-Men. They should bring in Peter Parker, Sam Raimi back. They should bring this character back. They should do this. They should do this outrageous shit. And sometimes, like, because we want it to be exactly like the comic books. You want everything to be exactly like the comic books. Which, to those people, I am so confused of what you want. I don't understand how people can wrap their mind around the fact that there are multiple realities in both DC and Marvel, but can't wrap their minds around that this is just its own thing. The MCU is not the comic books. It's not. The MCU isn't that. They're different than the comic books, and that's okay. But like, there's this notion out there that, like, you know, the MCU is like, oh, well, they won't embrace the comic. It's like, do they embrace the comic books all the fucking time? Just because they're not giving you a shot-for-shot remake of the comics. That's why, like, and like, the idea that people are angry about that just really mind-boggles me, and it really gets to me sometimes. I'm just like, what do you mean? You're mad that Zendaya isn't a white redhead. It's like, who cares? Like, is it good? Is it the heart of the character? That's all that really matters. Like I said, there's still people angry about so many things. There's still people mad that the Mandarin isn't going to be an Iron Man villain. And it's just like, okay, like, who cares? Like, I don't even care as long as it's good. As long as it's good, I don't care. Like I said, I think that, you know, this is becoming a more frequent problem, especially with the more success Marvel has. But the thing is, Marvel's gonna do what Marvel wants to do, and there's this notion that some people try to put out there, and I've talked about before on my channel, that yeah, Marvel's gonna, like, oh, Marvel's gonna get outdone by DC because they're not willing to push it. Like even the notion of this new phase is boring because they're not just doing the most insane thing. And the thing is that pisses me off is the same exact people who went, oh, dude, they're just doing events. I wish they'd go back to just doing regular movies and, you know, character pieces. Now Marvel went, okay, we'll go back to doing, you know, one movie at a time, you know, character pieces. And now people are like, yeah, man, but this is a step down, though. I mean, you guys are doing this stuff. Why can't you? I was like, really? It's like, you know, but at the end of the day, Kevin Feige's going to do what Kevin Feige wants to do. Ain't nobody going to talk him into doing anything he doesn't want to do. So anybody out there who are preaching the whole hashtag Save Daredevil thing, you best be talking to someone else, because you ain't be talking to Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is earned $2.2 billion. In fact, no, maybe more than that, because each of his movies average out to almost $1 billion per film. Do you think that you can peer pressure him like a high school student at a prom into doing what you want? This isn't Warner Brothers. Alright? This isn't desperation. Ain't nothing desperate about the MCU right now. And all these proclamations and things that people are saying about the MCU, and maybe they should do this, and they should do this, and they should do this. Like, fuck, man, they gonna do what the hell they want to do. If Deadpool's gotta be PG, then that's what's gonna happen. So either two things. Fans have to accept this. Either you get a rated R Deadpool in a world by himself, okay. You get your rated R Punisher and all those stuff in a world by themselves, or they come into the MCU. But the MCU is not going to open themselves up to rated R projects. And that's really been a mind blower to a lot of fans. It's like, just a rated R, a 1R rated, a 1R rated, which I still don't get. Why are you so fucking bloodthirsty? This is a newsflash for anybody listening. And I know I'm going to get some people who disagree with me in the comment section. I don't give a fuck. Most comic book heroes, superheroes anyways, superheroes, don't need to be rated R. Wolverine has been chopping people up for years and for decades in comics, video games, and animated series without blood in sight for decades. And all of a sudden, because you guys are bloodthirsty, it becomes this thing where it's like, well, oh, Wolverine can be rated R. It's like, why? He's been doing this for years without blood. Why would he need to be now? I mean, the Punisher first showed up in a Spider-Man comic book. You didn't just, like, the thing is, you can do, it's all about execution. I always go back to the Joker pencil scene in The Dark Knight. You didn't see an ounce of blood. You didn't have to. Do you really need a guy's brain matter to go pour on the table for you to know that the Joker just shoved a pencil in this guy's brain? Do you need that? No, you don't. It's how it's edited. It's how it looks. It's how it goes. I mean, Thanos got decapitated. And literally all I can hear is some jackass is going, yeah, but they cut away. Why do you want to see the blood and guts come out of his head? What's wrong with you, is my question. What's wrong with you? And the thing is, I don't mind it. I've played hardcore games. I've played hardcore games where you get brutalized. I love the first season of The Punisher and how brutal it was. I love certain things like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against it. But the idea that they have to do it for certain characters, that Marvel has to make an R-rated movie. Why? Especially when half the time they say an R-rated movie, it's like, they don't need that. They don't need to do it. Why? Why? And like I said, fans need to start to, like, bring themselves back down a little bit, especially when it comes to the MCU in particular. You don't run shit. They're gonna keep doing things business as usual, building by building by building to another event, by creating characters who are endearing, who are likable, and continue on the ramp up. And they're not going to change it just because you want them to. They're not going to make hardcore rated R movies so they can clench your bloodthirst, you bloody Romans. They're not going to do that. What they're going to do is keep balling, keep making money, keep spending those dollar bills, keep big timing, more refresh movies after another, and keep doing what they've been doing this entire time. And I don't quite understand. You would think after all these years fans would just trust them, and I agree, you shouldn't blindly trust anything, but I would damn sure trust them before I trust Sony or Warner Brothers. So thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please comment below, do you think that comic book fans have gotten a little bit greedy, have gotten a little bit full of themselves, are really asking too much, are really, demanding too much? And the idea that they have this ownership of the MCU and that they could just command Kevin Feige around. Do you really think do you think that's a problem? Because I do think that it's becoming a problem in the comic book community, especially in the fandom, in the MCU fandom community. So thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.